So this guy walks up to me and says, "Are you one of them?" I'm just sitting here reading my sides. I didn't know who them was. It was my first play and I expected to get hit on. And so I said, "No, I'm not." And I looked up at him and he was just this wiry scrap of a guy. He was not an actor. At least not what I was expecting. And I thought it'd be nice to have a friend. I had a crush on the lead in the play, and so that's why he never made a move. Well, then that crush passed, and he was still there. And so I invited myself along after work one day. We ended up back on campus listening to music and talking and talking and talking. And I looked at him and all I could think was, when is he gonna kiss me? And he stopped and he turned and looked at me and said, "You are so beautiful. What makes me so special that I get to be with you?" And I said, "It was your Thursday." One day, he looked at me and said, "I should just run you across the state line and marry you." I don't know what got into me, but I had the whole thing planned out. We would make it like a party and invite our friends, and we'd do it over break, and we'd go into New York City and get married at this little Baptist church on New Year's. And we didn't have a lot of money, so I booked us hotel rooms in Jersey, and we'd take the bus in and out of the city. And it was so beautiful because there was just this blanket of snow everywhere. It was wonderful. And we were supposed to get married on a Saturday. So Friday, we went down to the clerk's office, and there was this woman with her daughter in line in front of us. And he leaned in and nibbled my ear and said, "We'll have 3, and they'll look just like you." And all that talk about being a liberated woman was out the door. I wanted to be barefoot and pregnant and make dinner and be his wife. So we got up to the window and I set my stack down. And I was so proud because I remembered every page. And the woman looked through it and said, "Great. May I see your identification?" I had left it in Jersey. You ride the subway, you ride the bus, you don't need an ID. I left it back in Jersey, and I just ruined the most perfect event of my entire life. I ran, I fled, I think I fell down some steps, and I just sat there crying. And he came up and sat down beside me and said, "Do you still want to get married?" And he proposed to me all over again. It was a lucky week. I got pregnant, and he got a job at a local newspaper. And we would sleep in, and I would cook breakfast. And then one Saturday, I woke up, and I went to the bathroom, and I looked down, and I went to the hospital. They gave him a cot to keep beside my bed because he stayed with me every night. And he never left my side. The phone rang one morning, and it was his boss. He got fired for no apparent reason, he said. And we just rolled over and went back to bed. And the phone rang again, and it was his father. He had had a heart attack. People deal with grief in different ways, and I think we just tried to sleep ours away. A week later, we drove up for the funeral. His mother had paid for a hotel for us. I remember when we toured, when we first got there, our window overlooked the indoor pool. Then I was holding his hand while he was holding his mother's. And it felt wrong. We were a chain with a kink in it. There was something missing. I woke up in the middle of the night and he wasn't in bed. And then all of a sudden I heard a splash, and I looked out the window, and there he was by the pool with handcuffs on and security guards all around him. And I ran down to him, and he looked at me and said, "Are you one of them?" "You're one of them, I know it." I had to move. I had to leave. Sights, sounds, smells mess me up. I still can't listen to that damn Van Morrison song. And I know that he's gone, and I know I'll never see him again. But I still miss him.